Standard form to vertex form. You had this on our notes the other day, but we're going to review it again, and then we'll get to the other good stuff from today. All right, standard form, no parentheses. You see an x squared plus that bx plus c. We've seen that before. We've been working with that standard form for quite a few weeks. Vertex form is always going to have a set of parentheses around it, and then your square. So we're going to convert from this form to this form. We need a couple of things. That we need, we can easily find. Both forms have an A. The A is the same in both forms. You need, though, an H and a K. Good thing we know that H and K represent the vertex. And we have lots of ways to find the vertex that we can use. So first of all, be able to identify an equation, look at it and go, that's in standard form. So who's A? 2. Perfect. I've got one of the things that I need. Check. Next, we want to find the vertex. Again, you have two choices. You can use the equation or you can use our graphing calculator. I will do both. You only need to choose one. So we will do both. Let's do it the algebra way, then we'll do it the calculator way to check our work. If x is equal to negative b over 2a, I need to know who b is in this particular equation. Who's b? Yep, b is the number in front of x. A is always the number in front of x squared, and c always represents your constant. Well, if b is negative 8, and the formula is the opposite of b, what are you going to write down? 8. We already identified a as 2. And now we're just following some simple order of operations. Since this is a fraction, we're going to make sure we multiply 2 and 2 together first before we start dividing. That's going to get me 4. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. So there's the x value of our vertex. But we know in vertex form, this also represents the letter H. If I'm doing this with algebra, how do I find y? Substitute. You're going to plug it back into this equation. Notice when I write the equation, I replace the f of x with y, because I know that f of x is y. I'm going to replace x with every 2, notice in parentheses. And as long as this matches up to this, x's are gone, your value of x is in its place. Let's use our calculators. So I'm going to type this in exactly as I see it, and you're going to do the same thing, and then you're going to press enter. We're not going to wait for me to do it. You're going to actively engage in your educational experience. You do it with a smile on your face and joy in your heart, right, John? When you hit the fabulous enter key, did it provide you an answer? Yes? What did it tell you? -1. Looks like a good number. And again, we know if we have that y value, we have k. All of the things we need to write our equation in the correct form. Now, I like to double check myself. So I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to go to the y equals screen. I'm going to put this in as well, just to do a quick check. I graph it so I can see what it looks like. Concave up. Is my vertex a max or a min? Anyone? Anyone awake? Min. Second trace. Are you getting tired of me showing you how to use your calculator to find a vertex? I'm getting tired of showing it too. which means when it comes time for our quiz using this stuff, I hope we remember how to do this. Enter. Better yet, I really hope come May when you do this and you see it on the park exam, you're like, oh, I remember this. We were tortured with this for months, it seems. Yes. Hey, does that number match this number up here? 1.999 is definitely 2, -1. I'm confident I have the right vertex. You are now one step away from finding your equation in vertex form. So when we are writing something in vertex form, again, you remember you are replacing these 3 letters, A, H, and K. You should still have f of x or y in your equation and the x. We already said A was 2, x. H is 2, -2. K was a -1, and that's it. And that is it. So all we did was rewrite the equation. They are still the exact same equation, which I'm going to quickly verify here with my graphing calculator. So when I plug this equation into the Y2 screen, what I hope to see is nothing. Because what should happen is they should be the exact same graph. So there's my original graph, and then you can see the little circle following along. Yep. They're the exact same graph, they're just written 2 different ways. All right, ladies and gents, you have one to try. Go for it.